Alright, so today I'm doing some work on my B8 Audi S4. I have a check engine light for a P012B. That is the inlet pressure sensors. And the way you fix that is pretty much replace the sensors or clean them off. I'm going to try clean them off first with this mass airflow sensor cleaner. And if that doesn't work, then you can replace the sensors, but this should take care of the job. Alright, so something that I'm experiencing with this code is a rough idle, especially on cold starts. Beyond that, driving is fine, everything else runs fine. Just check engine light in a rough kind of idle on cold start, but that's about it. So you're probably experiencing the same issues, decreased fuel economy, rough idle, all this type of stuff. You might think it's spark plugs or ignition coils, but it's probably one of your air sensors. So the first one is right here on the left side. There's also one on the right, and there's one behind this cover in the rear, and I'll show you a better clip in a second. But first thing we need to do is take the ones off on the left and right side. What we can do here is remove this little metal securing bracket right here on the left and right side. There's also a vacuum line in the way that I have to take out as well. But once that's out the way, we can get to the sensor right here. And the back one should be a little bit more straightforward. So what you're gonna need for this job is a Torx bit set, and specifically a T25 to start. 25. So screw right there, a screw right there. There's two of them in total. Just take those out real quick. Do your best not to strip these, because these will strip easily. This one over here. Super simple. All right, so next up is the actual sensor wire. So literally push this tab up and then push it towards the supercharger, and then it should lift right out. So just like that. Inspect all the probes in there, make sure they're not corroded. If they're not corroded, then go ahead, grab another Torx bit. This is probably a T30. Let's see. Yep, T30 Torx bit. Now, if you look a little bit closer at these two bolts, there's a little bit of crud in there. What I'm gonna do is actually scrape that out. This one too. That way I won't end up stripping or rounding out these Torx bits, because they round out very, very easily. This is just a regular Allen wrench or Allen key. Just go ahead with this. Just kind of scrape off that excess material. Make sure you clean those out as best you can. Take your time with it, because if these strip, they will absolutely ruin your day. So T30 sits in very nicely. All right, so removing the sensor is pretty easy. It's already kind of loose and wiggly back and forth. All I'm gonna do is take this pry tool, apply some pressure on it. Need two hands for this as well, but it should just pop and wiggle on out. Comes out just like that. All right, so it's the same thing on this side, but there is a vacuum line in the way. Now, this may be the most difficult part of your job. There is a clamp right here that you can remove. You probably can use pliers to actually clip that piece there and remove the vacuum line hose. But for me, I have replaced this vacuum pump, so I have a regular Phillips head style clamp. So I'm just gonna screw this one and move the line out the way. But for you might struggle a little bit, or if you have the proper tools, it should be easier to get this, I believe, Oetiker style clamp off. All right, got the clip off, so the vacuum line just moves out the way, and then that should give you just enough space to remove the bracket and then the sensor as well. All right, so the last one is here in the back. Take the cover off, you come down the sensor, cover it in a tad bit of dust, but it should be easy to do. So same concept, take out the cord, unscrew the two T30s, slide on out, and we'll get to cleaning. All right, so I only have the left and right inlet sensors out. The one in the back, I just didn't have the right tool for it, but I believe these two should fix my issue. If not, I'll go take the one in the back out as well. But all you have to do now is just spray the cleaner down the little sensor tip right here, just down in this area. So once you spray them down, just let them dry off and plug them back in and start your car up. It should be good to go. All right, the sensors are back on. It's the next morning. Now I'm gonna see if the cold start idling issue will actually be fixed. So we're looking to see if the needle is still jumping on cold starts. Yeah, I think that fixed the issue. There's no jumping or anything. Yep, it smoothly came down to idle. All right, so after clearing the codes, I drove the car for about 100 miles, and there's no more check engine light or code for that. These are for the cats, so you can ignore those, but used to be 3 codes on here. So now the P012B code is finally gone, and all from just cleaning off these sensors in the front. All right, so for about $10, Mass Airflow Sensor Cleaner took care of my issue. The 2 sensors in the front, you can do the one in the back as well. If you have the right tools for it, it's not that hard to get to with the right tools. But go ahead and clean all of them off and save yourself some money. But you could also just buy a new sensor. They're about, what, $10 on Amazon, about $20 elsewhere. They're not very expensive. I'll tag some replacement sensors in the description below. If you have any questions, go ahead and drop down in the comment section below. And other than that, thanks for watching.